Now that the nucleus has retired as the most important organelle in the cell, it's time for someone else to step up and show their stuff. The most important organelle needs to be one that has control over a variety of functions, works well with other organelles, and always puts the survival of the cell before anything else. So sit back, listen closely, and let me tell you why the endomembrane system is the organelle for you. Just as the gears in a clock make it run smoothly, the endomembrane system makes many parts of the cell work together. It contains several different organelles, just as different gears contribute to the workings of a clock. These organelles help with nearly every reaction in the cell, including modification, synthesis, disposal, and detoxification. Without these, the cell would not be able to function correctly and would die. This group of organelles will do their best to keep the cell alive. Organelles in this system include the Golgi body, a group of membranes shaped like a stack of pancakes, the endoplasmic reticulum, smooth and rough ERs made of folded membranes, and then the storage organelles, the lysosomes and the vacuoles. These organelles all work together with each other and other parts of the cell to guarantee that their survival machine will survive and function. With these organelles, the endomembrane system can serve the cell in many ways, a pretty important factor for a pretty important organelle. The Golgi body contributes to the modification in the endomembrane system by processing proteins. It packages and modifies the proteins that are produced by the ribosomes. Those are located on another part of the endomembrane system, on the rough ER. The endomembrane system works closely with many other organelles. Processing proteins from ribosomes is just one example of how it can complete what the other organelles cannot. So, ribosomes produce proteins on the rough ER, and then the rough ER sends those proteins to be modified and completed on the Golgi body. This uses the modification and processing abilities of two of the largest components of the endomembrane system. We know the other organelles are jealous of our Golgi body, and with your vote, this ER will take you far, by processing the proteins the cell needs to help the survival machine run smoothly. And while the rough ER is modifying proteins, the smooth ER helps the cell by producing and modifying fats and steroid hormones that are necessary to cell and body function. The lysosomes and vacuoles are the storage factors of the cell. The lysosomes are created by the Golgi body and hold proteins that are sent from the rough ER. Their purpose is to digest, whether it be digesting food or even breaking down the cell if it dies. The lysosomes keep the cell alive by digesting complex molecules and whatever other possible nutrients they can find to feed the cell. Vacuoles serve the cell by storing the food molecules and other nutrients essential to the cell's survival. They can also store waste products, protecting the cell from contamination before the waste is disposed of. So just as a clock needs gears to tell you the time, the endomembrane system is necessary for the cell to keep everything running smoothly. And now that I've told you all this information about what the endomembrane system is made of and all the different functions it can perform, I hope that you'll agree with me that it is the most important organelle in the cell. Thanks for listening, and don't forget, vote for the endomembrane system.